appreciation. Man, the Tidewater Showcase Mega Camp, Sound Mind, Sound Body, powered by Adidas. Over 500 plus student athletes will be in attendance this Saturday and Sunday.
Continuing to be the culture shock. You guys have been doing some very amazing things, bro.
In the 80
or 80,000.
I'm your host, Moses Newsome.
And I'm your host, Big Stephano Lewis, in the building.
Are you living for 80 years, or do you want to take your legacy and your impact well beyond 80,000 years?
Let's find out.
Today on the show, we've got a story about grit, grind, and greatness.
Okay.
From Franklin, Virginia, born in Portsmouth,
yes,
this man turned small dreams into an NFL reality.
Yes, he has.
He's a former Carolina Panthers undrafted free agent.
Really?
A Hampton University standout.
Ain't you?
MEAC Player of the Week.
Yes, sir.
He later earned all CIAA honors at Elizabeth City State University.
Sweet.
He enjoyed the experience as playing as an undrafted free agent
at
Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
Proving that heart and hustle can take you anywhere.
Anywhere.
But what he loved the most is what came after football.
Talk about it.
He flipped the script and co-founded Man Up Multimedia.
Yes, sir.
Teaming up with his cousin and fellow NFL alum, Greg Scott.
Shout out to Greg
Together,
Scott.
they produced an inspirational film called Our Daily Bread.
Come on now.
Now streaming on Amazon, Prime, and Tubi.
Get your copy.
He's also a creative powerhouse building film, real estate, and photography.
Talk about it.
Off the field, he's serving his community as the executive VP of Cover 3 Foundation, mentoring the next generation and giving back in a big way.
Giving back.
He's a leader.
Yes.
He's a father.
Yes.
He's a visionary.
Yes.
And a living example, if you rewrite your own playbook, you can do anything.
Woo.
Please help me give a warm welcome to Dr. Xavier Scott.
Let's go. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, listen here. I'm gonna came up out my seat.
What? Yeah. What?
Woo, that's what we do here, man. Come
What's
on,
up, baby?
80,000.
Just seen the tunnel.
What?
I came out of the tunnel, had my helmet on, my mouthpiece in, my sun visor,
Really?
shoulder pad. It was time to go.
It was time to go.
Time to go.
It was time to go.
It was time to go.
I
Man,
love it. I love
appreciate
it.
y'all.
Man, we appreciate you, man, for being here.
For sure.
So we always want to do a little icebreaker, and we so first of all, thank you for being here.
No problem.
We are glad to hear it. I hope your viewers appreciate, because he doesn't have to be here, but time is the most valuable asset that you can have, and to have your time is so exceptionally.
I appreciate you. Facts.
We're blessed to have you here,
wholeheartedly. I appreciate y'all for having me.
So our icebreaker is Travis Hunter, man, from Jacksonville. He recently got baptized hours before the game.
Woo!
And he's been getting a whole lot of backlash.
Right.
Specifically from a Caucasian young man named Skip Bayless.
Yes.
And he's saying that, how could you possibly get baptized right before the game?
My God.
And of course, a lot of other Caucasian journalists, they're saying, man, wow, how can an athlete just simply have no passion, no grit, no mind for the game by getting baptized hours before the game? A journalist actually asked him, why did you do that? And Travis was like, what? How you gonna ask me why did I do that? You know what I'm saying? The reason why I did it was because I wanted to publicly show my acceptance of Jesus Christ.
Sure.
So, my brother,
my
talk
man.
to us a little bit about your feelings or your input on whether or not he should have gotten baptized hours before a game.
Like I always tell people, right? So with that particular situation for him, that was for him.
Come on now.
I tell people always try to force and make people believe what they want to believe.
Right. Really?
He had in his heart, he had in his spirit what God gave him. And in that moment, he lived and walked through that moment from what God gave him.
Say that again?
He lived and walked through this in his spirit what God gave him.
Wow.
So in that moment, he felt hours before the game.
Yes.
He needed to do this. Wow. And my thing is, everybody has a problem with what everybody is doing, right?
Woo.
Nobody wants to encourage no more.
Right.
Everybody want to get up and tear down, get up and tear down, get up and tear down. See who can tear down the fastest.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a problem with our society right now. We don't encourage anymore. We don't try to, get and align ourselves with positivity.
Right.
If I see greatness, I'm going over there to greatness because I'm gonna be the next one.
Right.
But what happens is just like this situation right here.
Right.
He's just trying to be a great human being. He's trying to be what God called him to be.
Come on, brother. Come on now.
But what happens, everybody looks from the outside and want him to be what they want him to be.
Yeah.
Doesn't work like that. He's walking in his own faith, his own journey. That's his. It belongs to him. God gave that to him.
Wow.
So that's how I feel about that. God gave that to him in that moment, and he lived and walked through it.
Wow, man. Me and my partner, we were in church earlier today, and they talked specifically about just that. You know, actually walking into your purpose and actually knowing that, you know what I'm saying, what God has for you, God has for you.
It's yours.
It's yours.
Can't nobody change it, can't nobody take it away. And I always say, make your passion your purpose and then turn it into your power.
What?
Those particular things will make you a powerful individual and human being, because at the end of the day, you're forcing everything against the will of God. Anything against nature, all this right, this God's creations. So anything you force, anything you push against, you're going against nature. If you're going against nature, against the will.
Come on now, bro.
Man, talk about it. And
I just do a little bit.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
But you speak truth, brother, and it seems to be a trend. When you look at even streamers, Casanat recently,
right?
He talks about Jesus Christ in his streaming, his podcast,
right,
and he lost a major deal,
right?
I didn't say he lost it. He said, I don't want to do business with you,
right?
And because the company asked him not to talk about Jesus Christ,
right?
And again, when you're going against the will of God, God is within the fabric of everything that we do.
I agree.
And how can you expect to be successful? How can you expect to move a message without God?
Absolutely.
So when these big corporations are challenging that and are asking you to take that or omit that, then you've got to make a choice.
Yeah.
Are you living for 80 years on earth or 80,000? And I think that's the separation that's beautiful.
I love that.
I love it. So we're going to start with our first question.
Talk to me.
Let's start from the beginning. Growing up in Franklin, Virginia. Man, what did football mean to you as a kid?
So that question, right, it comes up a lot.
Really?
Because again, for people, for all your audience that don't know, we are in the Hampton Roads area. I come from the area of Tidewater. That's what we always grew up in.
Talk about it.
Tidewater.
Yes.
So I'm originally from Portsmouth.
Okay.
So my parents separated and got divorced when I was in elementary school.
Okay.
Shout out to Parkview Elementary.
Shout out to Parkview.
Shout out. So that's my elementary school. So when they divorced, we moved to, for those who don't understand the Tidewater region, the western part of Tidewater.
Right.
Which is the city of Franklin.
City of
Which
Franklin.
is basically the last city before you get to the county.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay. Gotcha.
On the western end. So we moved there and they accepted me. Because again, we wasn't born there. My parents not born there. My mother's from North Carolina. My dad is from Norfolk, and we resided in Portsmouth. So my bloodline isn't there.
Right.
So when we moved there, when my older brothers was in middle school and I was in elementary school, it's a small city, but they accepted me and my brothers like we was one of their own.
Wow.
Right?
That's dope.
So I just had a passion for different things. And my passion led me to fall in love with the sport of football. My first love was my mother.
Okay.
Right? My
Okay.
second love was the game of football.
I
Even though
love
I
it.
played basketball and baseball like everybody else as a child,
Absolutely,
rec
yeah.
ball and all that.
Right.
But my passion, I fell in love with football.
Gotcha.
Because I fell in love with the life lessons. And I understood the life lessons at an early age. I didn't wait till I got to college and a senior year in high school. I learned the life lessons in middle school. And I knew this sport right here was going to get me out of my situation.
Woo.
I knew that already. Because I knew what I wanted out of life at an early age. Because I seen things. I'm going to tell you what's crazy.
Talk about it.
People learn from life experiences, right? I learned from life experiences also. But I also learned from other individuals' experience because it taught me what not to do. Right?
Wow. Yeah.
So I have two older brothers.
Okay.
Right? One went to federal prison before. One went to state penitentiary before.
Right.
Right? So that told me at an early age, what they was doing, that's not my calling. Because I knew I wasn't going to get involved with that. We come from the same womb. Right? We grew up in public housing together.
Wow.
We had 24 hours together. I didn't have 32 and they have 24. I didn't have 16, they had 24.
Same
We had the
24.
same 24.
Yeah, no
right?
doubt.
But I learned from their mistakes. I learned from their bad decisions.
Right.
I learned from choices that they made. So that told me early on, I'm never going to go that route.
Wow.
So again, I fell in love with the game of football.
Wow.
And I just took football as a passion of mine. And again, I made it my purpose. And it made me powerful.
I love it.
Wow.
I love it.
So
Moses?
So when you think about,
growing up, because we've all came from some challenging situations, and you didn't take that as a negative and say, you know what, this is my excuse for being where I need to be. You took that as, you know, this is strength. You saw your brothers being incarcerated. This is strength. I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it a message internally to say, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be better, and I'm going to use a football as a tool. Was there any point in that period where you felt like you couldn't make it?
That's a lot of times. Because again, you know, I always use this slogan, man, and I trademarked it. It was the same thing as on my shirt, man. I'm just a kid from Dorchester. Yeah. And that's a housing project I grew up in. Yeah. You know, I was always a public housing kid. We was in Portsmouth. You know, we was in Academy Park. Shout out to KP. We was in Washington Park. Shout out to Washington Park. My grandma was the first tenant in Washington Park before they tore it down. You know, rest her soul. But then we moved into, like I said, to the western part of Tidewater to another housing project called Dorchester. But the thing for that is, right, my whole thing is I didn't let those choices that I could have made outside my stoop, I didn't make that and have that define me. Right. Because it defined a lot of people. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, absolutely.
I saw what drugs did to my neighborhood. I saw what gun violence did to my neighborhood. I saw what it did to my friends. Sent them to prison forever for, you know, for certain things like that. Right. And family members, you know, strung out and everything. I just never wanted to do that. It never interested me. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So that's why I always tell kids I got a low tolerance for excuses. Because I'm always in kids' lives every single day. I volunteer coach football. You know, like I said, me and my cousin Greg has Cover 3 Foundation, so we fed over 4 million healthy meals and snacks since 2010. Woo! You know, this is our 15th year. You know what I mean? Wow. We're still thriving and going. But I always say to these kids, man, listen, man, to each his own with everybody's political beliefs. I'm not into politics, but at the end of the day, Barack Obama really didn't, he never had a dad. The man became the president of the free world.
Wow. No excuses.
I don't tolerate excuses from youngins.
Wow.
Because again, I'm giving you a way out when you make an excuse. I'm giving you an option to not excel and be great. You know?
So that's inspirational. Tell me a little bit about the transition to Hampton University. What was that? Tell us, bring us into your life in that transition and what that meant to you.
So, like I said, I fell in love with the game of football, and I approached that sport with the mindset of nothing is going to get in my way. However, some obstacles happen. And I don't mind alluding to those obstacles. I wasn't focused in school academically. Okay. Right? So during that time, the only thing you need to have was an 800 and a 2.0. No, 2.1, 2.0, right? So academically, I had the GPA. I didn't have the SAT score. Right? So I was recruited by everybody. Right. Because I came out of high school in 1997. So it was my era, Arnie Powell, Deion Dyer, Deep Creek. So that was my era, right? Yeah. So I didn't have the SAT score. So I couldn't. My first visit at my school, my little high school, Joe Paterno, rest his soul. Nobody never seen Joe Paterno walk down the hallways of Franklin High School. Wow. Legendary Joe Paterno. That was my first opportunity to know that this is real. Wow. That I can actually take this sport to another level. Next level. Again, in the neighborhoods, you don't see that. You know what I mean? In the neighborhoods, you just see destruction. Right. That's all you see. Right. So facts. I knew I had a talent in the sport. Yeah. I knew I was bigger than everybody in this sport growing up. However, it still at that point wasn't real that I can take this and get me out of here. Right.
You didn't connect the dots at that point.
Yeah, it wasn't. Now, I knew what I wanted to do, but again, I never seen nobody firsthand sign a scholarship to a Division I university and get them out of the neighborhood. I never seen that with my own eyes yet. Right. You just heard about it. Right. Right. It wasn't social media back then, so you just watch ESPN all day. You just saw it on TV.
Saw it on TV. Right.
But you heard about it, right? But I just locked myself in, and when Joe Paterno walked those hallways and set me down in the conference room, that's when I knew it was a reality. That was real. But again, I still didn't do what I needed to do. Right. In the classroom. To make sure that I can go and be a player at Penn State. Right. I didn't take that serious. Yeah. Because again, I'm thinking I'm valuing ball over academics at that point. Yeah. And that was, I wouldn't say a regret, but that was one of my biggest mistakes that I made. Wow. Was valuing ball over academics. And at the end of the day, they go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand.
So when Maryland, dropped off, when Michigan dropped off,
Wow.
when Wake Forest dropped off, you know, when of course Penn State dropped off. All these schools just dropping off
Because of the education piece.
because I didn't meet the requirements for the SAT and the GPA at the time.
Wow.
So everybody started dropping off. They stopped coming. They stopped calling my coach. So, and I'm like, dang, because this the crazy part too. Me and Kev talked about this all the time. And my nephew right now is, well, he was a 3-star running back, but now he's at Townsend. The HBCUs don't really recruit high-profile athletes,
right,
for whatever reason, right? So the only school that recruited me was a HBCU was Hampton. I didn't hear from nobody else.
Nobody else.
Joe Teller never left. He never left. That first time Joe Teller came to see me at that school, he always stayed in contact with me or my mother.
Wow.
He never left, and I still love this man. Still to this day, because that man changed my life.
He changed your life. Joe Taylor, my man.
He changed my life.
Yeah, man.
The GOAT, the Hall of Famer, is not for no reason.
He is straight the GOAT.
The man changed a lot of people's lives.
He did.
Yeah.
You know, and I always show my gratitude to him.
Yeah.
Because, you know, again, God put that man in my life.
Yeah.
I didn't supposed to go to Penn State.
Yeah.
I supposed to have been at Hampton University.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But but see, that's what you were saying earlier, allowing yourself to get out of the way and let God take over.
Right. That's it. Get out of my own way.
Get out your own way.
And that's what I had to do.
Right.
I had to get out of my own way because, again, I didn't value academics like I value athletics.
Right.
So, again, man, I just still show the utmost respect, the utmost gratitude to the Hall of Fame Joe Teller, man, because, again, that man changed my life.
Wow.
And when I got in his presence every single day, he showed me how to be a man. Because, again, growing up in the neighborhood, you don't see that.
You don't see that.
All your friends, you don't know nobody's father.
Wow.
Still to this day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say my age on the air, but still to this day, a lot of cats I grew up with, I've never seen their father.
Wow.
Still to this day.
And fatherhood is a core foundation,
right,
to a young man's life.
Right, for sure.
Believe it or not. And it's not to say that a man cannot be successful without a father. It's just you give yourself much more opportunity when there's a stable 2-parent household, raising that family, especially with all the influences that can take place, drugs, alcohol, influence from your friends, going down the wrong path, not having somebody to come home and say, hey, Dad, I got a question for you.
For sure.
What do you think about this?
Right.
Son, I've been here. Don't go there.
Right.
I walk this way. You're going to run into this. When you walk this way, walk that way.
For sure.
It's a big deal.
Right. I agree, man. Because, again, like I said, I never seen a lot of guys' father. And you know what's crazy? I love my dad dearly, right?
Yeah.
A lot of my friends never seen my father.
Wow.
Say that again?
A lot of my friends never seen my father.
Wow.
Because you remember, when we started the show.
Yeah.
Right? My mom and dad got separated and divorced when I was in elementary school in Portsmouth, Virginia.
Yeah.
Wow.
We moved to Franklin. Nobody knows me yet. Nobody knows my brothers yet.
Right.
Nobody knows my mother because we're not from there originally. We're not from there.
Yeah.
Right? So nobody never seen my father.
They never see your father.
Until high school graduation.
Wow.
Man, this guy.
Man, that's crazy.
I mean,
that's crazy.
It's a harsh reality, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people experience that. And again, that was a life lesson for me.
Yeah.
Because I never was going to get my children the same thing.
Wow.
Ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing your thing, bro.
My man.
When I was going to HU, I was going through the hallways, and they was like, and it's interesting, we work so hard in sports. We work so hard to do what we do, whether it's sports or whether it's your just regular job at home,
right,
or whether it's a senior career. You want that employee of the month parking space.
Right. The recognition. Yeah.
The recognition.
Sure.
You want the recognition.
For sure.
And I'm going through the hallways one day, and the HU paper came through, and brother, you was MEAC Player of the Week.
Yeah, I was MEAC Player of the Week multiple weeks.
Woo.
My sophomore and junior season.
Wow.
And again, man, I could just put that to Joe Teller because I'm gonna tell you why. Again, I always give that man his flowers because I was recruited as a quarterback. And at the time, shout out to my brother.
You was recruited from HU as a quarterback?
I was recruited from high school as a quarterback.
Jesus.
Because I was an all-state quarterback. I got all my school records.
Wow.
At Franklin High School. By passing the touchdown records, I still got them school records right now, still to this day.
What?
Wow.
You know, so I was recruited as a quarterback.
Okay.
Right?
Wow.
And when I got to Hampton, Coach Teller gave me an option right? That's why I said that man is so genius. You don't know what he's doing at the time.
Yes.
But he's preparing you for the future. So he gave me an option because Roy Johnson, my brother Roy Johnson, was a starting quarterback at the time, right?
Yes.
He was only a redshirt sophomore,
right,
when I got to campus.
Right.
So as soon as I got there, Roy Johnson was a redshirt sophomore. He'd already won our first MEAC Division I conference championship at quarterback.
Okay.
So Coach Teller sat me down and gave me an option in his office. He was like, listen, Scott, do you want to fight for this job? Because I got you here because I believe that you can play this position. Do you want to fight for this job? Or I can move you to tight end and you can get on the field right now. I said, Coach, I'm here to play football.
I want to play now.
I want to play now.
I'm not here to play quarterback, Coach. I'm here to play football.
I love
But
it.
again, I had no, unbeknownst to my knowledge, I had no idea of what he was preparing me for.
Right.
That had to be scary too.
Pivot.
That's a big switch.
Absolutely, because I never did it in my life.
Right, that's a big switch.
Wow.
Even if you hadn't did it before your life, a lot of players can switch from maybe quarterback, maybe to like tight end.
Tight end,
but switching to where you were, that was a big switch.
Yeah, and I didn't. It didn't take me long to make my decision on that. Right.
Okay.
Because I know where I came from.
Right.
I love it.
I know where I came from, and I know I don't have time.
Right.
To negotiate my life right now.
Right.
Only thing I'm focused on, I got to keep climbing this mountain.
Right.
And he's giving me an opportunity to keep climbing. And if I would have chose to fight for the position of quarterback, not saying I didn't believe in myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm the last person that a person would say that about.
Right.
I always believed in me and my God abilities. Right. However, I got sense too.
Yeah.
I'm not no fool.
Right.
Roy got 3 more years of eligibility. I'm here with 4 years of eligibility.
Yeah.
So I'm only 1 year behind this guy. Right. So with that being said, this guy's already garnered the trust of the locker room because he's a conference champion right now in the position.
Yes.
The coaching staff believes in Roy.
Right.
We all believed in him. Right. So I just used my common sense. Transition to another position and make it happen for yourself. So I had to gain like 40 pounds. I didn't mind doing that.
Right.
Because again, I just had to.
I was gonna say, what was that transition like?
It was because I came out of high school at 195. Right. I had to be on a regimen for playing weight at 235, 240.
Right. Right.
So and I had to get there quick.
Yeah.
So
it was easy with Coach Taylor though.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The way
creatine regimen. Shout out to Coach Lee. That creatine regimen that Coach Lee had us on.
Absolutely.
My came home Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. They used to throw it over there on the basketball court too.
Man,
listen. Yeah.
Like, yo, if you don't got that creatine, you're not playing.
Yes.
So that was a major thing.
And lots of bread.
What?
Lots of bread.
Lots of bread.
Lots
of bread.
You better not eat one meal at the calf.
Now you transitioned to Elizabeth State University, and you garnered the CIA Recognition Award. Tell us about that transition, what that meant to you at that point.
So again, I got complacent when I was at Hampton because I don't mind being an open book. I tell my stories to the kids all the time. I got complacent.
Yeah.
Right. Academically again. So I'm at Hampton. I'm feeling myself. Right at that moment, feeling myself. Right. So I'm not paying attention to classroom anymore. Because what happened, I'm gonna tell you it's a real story. What happened, I saw Cordell Taylor get drafted the second pick in the second round to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Woo!
Right? The highest pick in Hampton University football history.
Right.
Seeing this with my own eyes. So I'm saying, all right, he ain't graduate.
He ain't do it, I can do it.
We had 17, 18 teams at our practice every day. Right? There's only 32 teams in the league.
Right.
We had 50% of the NFL at our practice every day.
Every day, right there.
Every single day. So I'm looking at this now. Yeah, this my shot. This is my shot. Because again, a guy like a Cordell, a guy like a Jay Clark, those particular guys, man, those are my old heads, but they showed me the way to get to the next level as far as preparation.
Right.
So again, neglecting the classroom. And what I did was start focusing again on my athletics. Same thing in high school happened to me. The exact same thing.
Wow.
So I was on academic probation twice. The third time I was on academic probation, Coach Taylor, man, Scott, I love you. I tried. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And see, that's why I said this man prepared you for life.
Right.
After sports, and you didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
I tried, Scott, but I can't save you on this one. This your third time being on academic probation.
Wow.
Right? But here's the blessing. It's always a blessing because I always look at lessons as lessons, not losses.
Right.
But here's the blessing. This is what happened. That's why I said God is always in the room.
He's always in the room. Always.
Coach Wright, remember Daddy Wright? Mm-hmm. Coach Wright was the assistant head coach at Hampton at the time to coach your O-line. Unbeknownst of nobody in the program, Coach Teller told me that day when I found out I was ineligible for Division I athletics again. Coach Wright took the head job at Elizabeth City State. So in the same breath he told me I was ineligible, was in the same breath he said, I got somewhere for you to go. I said, gosh.
Look at God.
Oh,
I ain't had to go tell my mom.
Man.
That was what I was scared of.
Right.
I ain't had to tell my mother, I'm kicked out of school. So I just, Mom, look, Hampton didn't work out for me anymore. I'm transferring to Elizabeth City State for another opportunity. So I eventually told her what exactly happened. I had to get my feet settled first.
Right, yeah.
Playing with Mom, man. I'm telling you right now.
Ain't playing with Mom.
I wasn't playing with Mom.
Right.
So what?
Right.
So let's pause it a little bit because God is giving you these chances over and over again, right? He's giving you opportunity to learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. He's moving chess pieces on the board for you, because obviously there's a strong will for you to fulfill his destiny of the mission that he wants you to accomplish. With this transition, he moved another chess piece for you.
Right.
Was there a transition point mentally for you to come in and say, you know what? I need to make a change educational wise. I've got this opportunity. This may be my last opportunity. What did that look like?
That's a great question, because it takes us sometimes a little longer to mature in certain aspects of our life, right, as men. And at that particular point, I'm still trying to get to the lead. Just being honest.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get to the lead.
Yeah.
Because again, the 3.5 years I stayed at Hampton, I seen so many of my brothers go get drafted. It was normal.
Right.
Now I know it's like a thing that's obsolete in our program. However, but at that time, the golden years, it was normal. 3-4 cats a year. Come back on campus with all these cars, these trucks, all this money. So now you've seen the fruits pay off.
Right.
So that's what I was still chasing when I went to Elizabeth City.
Yeah.
And the Jets and the Panthers used to always come to my practices.
Okay.
When I got to Elizabeth City, right? My man Smoot and myself, it was always, coming to practice, talk to us, coming to practice, seeing us practice or whatever, coming to the games, whatever. I always stayed in touch, those two teams.
Yeah.
Right? And I knew it was real to come out of that place because, again, it told me, okay, they followed me from Hampton. So I didn't totally lose it because I was thinking I was going to lose the opportunity from going down a level.
Right.
That's what I was thinking in my mind.
Yeah.
Just ignorance. You know what I mean?
Right.
At that particular time, just ignorance. So I was just chasing the lead. So I still didn't graduate on time. Because after my playing eligibility was over, I started training for the draft. Right. So the season is over in late November. I started training that January. Right. Trying to get your name called in April.
Right.
So that was my reality at that time.
Right.
Because I still didn't value my academics like I supposed to have valued my academics, because I was valuing my athletics.
Right.
And I always tell these kids they go together. Yeah. But at that moment, I seen too many people become successful from their athletic dream.
Right.
They was putting athletics on the back burner.
Right.
So it's just pure ignorance from my behalf, because I can only speak for myself.
Did you have, because even when we talked to Kevin, and we talked to, we did an interview with the Three Kings, young boys playing basketball, high GPAs.
Yep.
Did you have any friends in your circle that leaned on you in terms of that, or was your circle like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and train, don't worry about the education piece?
It really wasn't. It really wasn't a lot who was really trying to graduate. Just being honest.
Okay.
I'm not. I won't call everybody's name because I don't want anybody to. I don't want to offend anyone. You know what I mean? But it's just the conversations in the locker room, the energy, the sentiment. I'm trying to go to the league.
Okay. So that's
just being honest.
So was it isolated to just you? That's what I was looking for. Okay.
Because everybody, like I said, let's say your sophomore year, 4 guys go. Junior year, 5 guys go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your senior year, your red shirt senior year, 4 more guys go. Like these guys, they're going. They're
just going.
They're going.
Yeah.
So that's what you see, and that's becoming your reality. It's not a fantasy no more when you turn on the TV and just watch it on ESPN.
Right.
You're seeing it firsthand.
Right.
16, 17 teams are at practice every day.
Right.
And again, it's your reality now.
Yeah.
So you know, unfortunately, it's just the unfortunate reality. That's why I tell you, you gotta stay focused.
Yeah.
Because just one iota of losing your focus would detour you. And it can happen so fast. Because again, you're swallowed up in it.
Yeah.
Because it's a reality now.
Yes.
It's not a fairy tale no longer.
Right.
You in high school, it's a fairy tale. NFL, NBA, it's a fairy tale.
Right.
But when you get to college, man, you see these guys, they going. It's a reality. Yeah. So you don't really, it's not what you should do, but you don't value academics as you're supposed to at that point, as you should.
Right.
But you just don't value academics you're supposed to, because that's not a reality at that moment.
Yeah.
At that moment, that league is a reality.
Right.
You see it, and you almost there too.
Right.
Because now they starting to see your name, tap you on your shoulder. Can I get your measurables? Can you run for us? Like all those things are starting to happen for you now.
Right.
So it becomes a reality.
When I was growing up in Los Angeles, the fairy tale or the stigma that was put on us as youth when I was growing up, the black people who I could relate to,
Right.
who was close to my age, the ones that was driving around in the Benz, the one that had the jewelry,
Right.
the one that had money in their pocket, was either the drug dealers or the ones who made it big.
For sure.
And got, made it to the league. So my son, D. Lou,
Okay.
he went into the draft and he didn't get picked up. But he still played, arena football, and he still was able to fulfill a lot of his dreams, and he was still able to maneuver because of his education. But myself, as well as him, we grew up with this kind of like stigma of either I'm gonna make it to the league or I'm gonna be in the streets. That's the only way I can make money. So, knowing your backdrop, knowing your story, knowing your brothers, you did go undrafted,
Right.
but the Carolina Panthers,
Yes.
they picked you up.
They picked me up.
So how did that feel, knowing that reality had now become reality?
Yeah. It felt, it was like you sit and dream and have a vision about something all your life.
Come on now.
All your entire natural life. And then when that moment happens. So again, let me rewind. Your name don't get called.
Right.
So a little bit of disappointment set in.
There you go. That
and
part.
then it's like,
that part.
what I'm about to do now.
Right.
A couple of hours later, the phone rang. So now, okay, that little disappointment has now become, I'm going to Charlotte. You know? It's like, I'm going to Charlotte.
I'm going to Charlotte.
So all of that disappointment quickly went out the door.
Went out the window.
Right, went out the window. I'm going to Charlotte.
Right.
So, man, when and again, man, shout out to my coach, my head coach John Fox.
Shout out.
Offensive coordinator Coach Applewhite, man. They took a chance on a small school kid.
I love it.
And unbeknownst to me at that moment, I found out when I got to Charlotte, right? So unbeknownst to me in that moment, I didn't know John Fox was from Virginia Beach. I had no clue of that.
I didn't know that.
So he was like, yeah, I've been following you since you got to Hampton. He said, I know all about Hampton University. I know all about Joe Taylor. I said, God, that's God again.
Man.
Look at God.
That's the divine order.
Right.
I didn't get in the way of that either. Because remind you, when you're an undrafted free agent, 3-4 teams can call you.
Right.
Now you can choose the way you want to go.
There you go.
Right.
So again,
it's
a gift and a curse.
It's a gift and a curse.
It's a gift and a curse.
Jets in Carolina.
Wow.
That was my options.
Right.
I said, well, I know my mother don't like the North because of the weather. She's from North Carolina. I said, I'm gonna make her dreams come true at the same time as mine.
Woo!
So my mom
Talk about it.
Your state, right? So that was not only for me. That was for her.
It's for your mom.
Right. So I chose to go to Carolina, man, and man, that's one of the feelings that I would never forget.
How the fella go be through that tunnel?
Oh man. See these hands? Right, stand up again.
Right.
So it's just a thing that you just would never. It's unreal at the moment, but you wish for it all your life.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You wish for it all your life, but when it happens, it's like then you get them butterflies. Like, man, am I ready?
It's like a surreal moment, right?
It's surreal. It's literally legit surreal. I've seen guys before me do it,
Right.
and go through there, right? Saw their names called and visit these guys, training camps, etc.
Yeah.
But then when it's you, I wouldn't say it's a nervous vibration,
Right.
but it's still you're gonna ask yourself, you ready to do this?
Right.
You're working all your life, but are you ready? So, man, I wouldn't change that feeling for the world.
Wow.
I wouldn't change that feeling for the world.
Wow.
I wouldn't change it.
So as you think about transitioning, you spent 1 year there.
Yeah.
Am I correct? Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that year. What happened? What you learned about that experience being in the NFL as a free undrafted agent?
Good question, because this the thing. Tell people all the time. Well, kids, right? You can make it to the league, but don't make it in the league. They get that whole conversation, kind of jaded.
It goes over their head.
Goes right over them. You can make it to the league, but some people don't make it in the league. That's
Right.
what happened to me. So I get to the league, right? But in my mind, again, I think I made it, right?
Yeah, but it's other people just as big as you.
Yes, just
as quick as you.
Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you a
There you
story.
go.
I'm gonna answer the
Talk
question.
about it. Go
I'm gonna tell
ahead.
you a story.
Go ahead.
Right? So, as soon as I get in the locker room, matter of fact, first of all, let me rewind. That's when I knew I had more work to do because I never got a badge. When I signed the contract, they still didn't give me my badge.
They didn't give you a badge?
I didn't get a badge, right? So I still got to get buzzed in the door by somebody else.
Right.
So I knew, okay, all right, they showing me I got to work. But just to that story, I walk in the locker room. I see Julius Peppers over there, right? Bro, his head is so massive. Like, listen, when I saw, then he stood up. I'm 6'4.5". Right. When he stood up, I said, "Yo, this how these dudes are built in the league.
Different.
What?
It's different.
Built different.
Then when that first whistle blew after stretch,
Right.
Yeah.
I saw how fluid these big bodies move.
Yes.
I said, "Yo, you got to take this serious right now."
Yeah.
Yeah.
This real
Oh, this the real deal.
Yeah.
This ain't this.
You
this
here?
not- This
You
here?
here?
Right? You here? What you gonna do? Like you gonna, get off the pot. What you gonna do?
Right.
So that was my welcome to the league experience. Everybody be like, basketball, football, whatever, major league. What was your welcome to the league experience? My welcome to the league experience wasn't a hit. It wasn't catching a pass, breaking fingers. It wasn't none of that. It was seeing these big bodies move like that.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Did that intimidate you at all?
It didn't intimidate me, but it had me a thought process of, hey man, you gotta get your stuff together.
Okay.
They're like, this ain't no joke.
Yeah.
Like you just not.
You straight up real quick.
real quick. And it's a understanding.
Right.
It's an understanding. I knew, because again, I'm a vibrational person. Mm-hmm. I knew Julius Peppers was gonna be a Hall of Famer. That's how I saw how he prepared for practice.
Wow.
I knew he was gonna be a Hall of Famer. Just not because he was a freak of nature, but how he prepared for the
preparation.
game. His preparation. It was all professional. Wasn't no playing around. I introduced myself to him as when I came in there, whatever. Hey, how you doing? He kept it moving.
Let
me know if you need anything, but he kept it moving. He didn't hang out. It wasn't every time you look, he in the club somewhere, he prepared and
He was disciplined.
He approached the game as a professional.
Wow.
And just not alone, the things that he did on the field, just how he approached the game as a professional. I knew he was gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Wow.
Steve Smith, same thing.
Wow.
Again, shout out to my guy Musa Muhammad too, man. Before he left, man.
Yeah. Shout
out.
Yeah, man. He really told me, the politics of professional football,
Right.
professional sports, man, because of his journey of how he entered the league.
Right.
Because remind you, when he was at Michigan State with Saban and all them, he had got kicked out of school and all that. So he had a journey. He wasn't fast. He wasn't the strongest.
Right.
Playing a receiver during those days, you had to have either.
Right.
So, man, he was just telling me his journey. So he just let me know what the politics was because I started confiding in him because Coach Applewhite at the time, shout out to Coach Applewhite, my OC, he always called me HBCU. And I didn't like it.
Is that what he called you?
He called me HBCU. And it reminds you, in training.
It was a back stigma back then too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now it's
kinda
you get your
accepted,
flowers
right.
about
Get your
it.
flowers,
But
yeah.
back then there was a bad stigma.
Right.
Yeah.
So remind you, in training camp, your last name is taped across your helmet. Right?
Right.
My name is right there, coach. Hey, HBCU, come here. Your rep, HBCU. It was always, I was labeled as HBCU.
That's
so
crazy.
that's when
Crazy.
I started asking.
Crazy word.
You know, Moose always just told me, man, don't worry about that. Keep moving. So I always tap me, keep moving. Don't worry about that.
Don't
Keep
worry
moving.
about it.
It's
Yeah.
the politics. He's always tell me that. So shout out to Moose, man. I love you forever for that, brother.
No doubt.
For sure.
That's dope.
Wow.
So that moves into my next question. You play for a year. You talked a little bit about the transition of coming out, how you treat your kids and things of that sort. You got a cousin named Greg Scott.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so I think a lot of people, the biggest challenge is life after
Right.
sports. You know, and eventually, whether you play a year,
Right.
you play 5 years, or you're like LeBron James, you play 23 years,
Right.
that clock has to tick, tick at one time.
Right,
So
right. Yep.
life after sports, you teamed up with your cousin Greg Scott,
Yep.
and it's difficult always to do business with either a friend or a relative because you have so much love for them.
Right.
And at some point in time, it's got to be about the business.
Right.
Talk to
Absolutely.
us a lot about how you transition over to life after sports or life after football, and talk to us about how important your relationship with your business relationship and your personal relationship with Greg Scott is.
So, you know, the thing with that, right? And I'm gonna be transparent again.
Yes, be transparent.
That's what we're here for.
And yeah, we hear it's 80 or 80,000.
Right.
So keep it 100.
100. So
Yeah.
my story can help somebody else.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
I realized 75, 80% of either retired or former professional athletes go into a deep state of depression. Right?
Right.
So when I got cut, I got depressed. So when I signed my contract, I got a townhouse. That was before the explosion happened in Charlotte. Now the explosion happened, everything 800,000.
Yeah,
Right.
Of course.
So that's before the explosion happened in Charlotte. So I got a townhome or whatever. So when I got cut, I went into a deep state of depression.
Okay.
I had to go see a therapist and all that. And I'm not ashamed to say it.
No.
Don't be.
You know, I'm not
don't
ashamed
be.
to share my story because again, it can help somebody else.
Absolutely.
So, man, I was in the house for like 6 months, 7 months
What?
because again,
No clubbing?
no nothing. Because again, these are teammates, right?
Right.
Steven Davis making 50 million. Pep
My
making
God.
50 million.
Wow.
You know, Smitty making 30 million.
Yeah.
You know, so these guys are still available to you, right? But at the time, you're not drawing a check anymore.
Right.
Professional sports is no unemployment.
Right.
When you get cut, it's over.
That's it.
It's like it's over. Everything you've been doing since you was 8 years old. Now you're 25, 26, 27, overnight.
In the blink of an eye.
You don't know what to do.
Right.
Right? So now, while you're trying to figure it out, you still going deeper and deeper and getting darker and darker.
Right.
Right? So I don't want to go outside no more. I don't want to answer questions. Man, what happened? I ain't seen you such and such no more. You don't come out such and such. I went to the game. I didn't see. I don't want to answer these questions.
Right.
Because you don't want to face nobody.
Right.
Right? Because now you're feeling rejected. You feel like a failure. And everything you worked towards, you get to the mountaintop and you immediately drop down on your face.
Man.
So it's hard to deal with.
Right.
You know? Because again, since you was 8, this sport, this thing, this mechanism that you use to turn it into a success and to help you travel the world is now stripped away from you. It's gone. So you don't know what to do. You don't know who to turn to. You don't know who've experienced this before. You have no clue.
Right.
So later on, after a while, I said, I'm gonna have to get some help. Right? Nobody forced me to do it. Nobody talked to me about it. Because again, in our culture, and even in our arena of being men,
Yeah.
we think we too big and too masculine.
Yeah,
to
we
go
shy away
seek
from
help,
it. Yeah, we
right?
shy away from
So
it.
I didn't
Yeah.
mind going seek a therapist, man. So I went and sat with a therapist, and the therapist told me exactly what was wrong with me. You know,
They will.
told me exactly
They'll
what was wrong
they'll
with me.
break it down.
Right. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
You know, I was hair everywhere, wasn't shaving. You know, I kept all my windows and blinds closed. You know, but
You went into seclusion.
everything. And then at the time, you got to remind yourself, this was 2004, right?
That's a good year.
Going into
too.
5.
That's a good
Oh,
year
that's the
too.
golden days,
Ladies
man.
out and everything.
Golden days,
The music crazy.
Yes, the golden era, and I'm in the mix. Hey, I tell my wife I love you, baby. So, but yeah, I was in the mix, right?
Yeah.
So again, that's over,
Right.
right? So I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I'm not coming back to Virginia because I got to ask more questions, answer more questions.
Right, because that's your home. You know.
Yeah, everybody approach you asking you what happened. I don't want to answer this.
Right.
Because I don't know how.
Right.
I don't know how to deal with where I'm at in my life right now because I've never been here before. I've always had structure due to sports.
Right.
Now there's no structure. I don't have to wake up in the morning at 4:30 to make sure I get to the office and into the facility and check in and all that. I don't have no structure no more. I'm just sitting around now.
So what did you pull away from therapy to pull you through that moment? Because this was a portion in your life that was unexpected.
For sure.
Because you had a plan, you envisioned it, you had God right there with you, but now all of a sudden everything's stripped away.
Yeah.
And you went into a very dark space.
Yeah.
But God never left you.
Never.
He never left you. As a matter of fact, He gave you the ability and the strength and the trust and faith to say, you know what, let me reach out for help.
Right.
What from therapy can you share with us that you took away that got you to that moment?
Well, to reflect and look at yourself.
Okay.
Right. And what I had to do was first reflect, because again, some of it was politics, but some of it was self-inflicted wounds too. Because again, when I went to the league, I thought I was in the league.
Right.
And I got fooled because I approached it the wrong way.
You thought you had arrived already.
Thought I've arrived already. You know what I'm saying? So that was one thing that I learned. And then the other thing I learned was that chapter of my life, that book, that season is over. Right? And you just have to accept that chapter, that book, that season is over.
Wow.
You got to now get yourself up, right?
Yeah.
Clean yourself up and start taking baby steps.
To a new life.
To a new journey.
Yeah.
Right? Because again, use those life lessons in that sport that you learned and apply it to your next thing, your next chapter.
Yeah.
And that's what I started to do. Because here's the blessing in that too. I never believed in plan B. I just never believed in something to fall back on. I never believed in that. To each his own, but some people do, but I just never believed in having something to fall back on.
Right.
My plan A has always been my plan A.
Right.
So what happened was when I was in college, when I was in Hampton, right? Remember the Holland Hall parties and all that?
Yeah.
So I organized a few of them.
Big time fun.
Yep. Packing them out. We'll pack them in there. You know what I'm saying? Pack them in there, man.
Pack them
so
up.
Baby Drew. Shout out to Baby Drew.
Shout out Baby. I know Baby Drew.
Baby Drew was in my class.
DJ
Baby Drew.
Yep.
He DJ'd all my parties.
Wow.
Right?
Yep.
Envy was on the way out.
Oh,
at that time.
that's right.
I was hearing about him, but he was on the way out.
That's right.
Baby Drew did all my parties. So this was I was in college, so I already knew how to plan and organize events. That's how I kept money in my pocket.
Yep.
Right? So now I gets cut after the therapy sessions. After the therapist, after my therapist told me this chapter in this season of your life is closed. Start taking baby steps to your next chapter in your life.
Yep.
It automatically clicked to me right then. I already know I'm a party planner and event coordinator already. But unbeknownst to you, unbeknownst to me, unbeknownst to you, if we was all friends, I don't know I'm a party planner. I'm just throwing a party.
Right.
I'm just trying to pack them out, put money in my pocket.
Right.
You know what I mean? Give everybody some fun.
Yeah.
But unbeknownst of all of us, if we a crew or whatever, we've already been planning events for 10 years.
Right.
Yeah, we've been doing it.
We've been doing it. So I said, that's my next calling. That's my next plan A. So my next plan A, I went and got with a club owner down there. Shout out to Orlando. His name was Orlando.
Okay.
Got with a club owner. He owned like 3 clubs in the city of Charlotte. I said, Orlando, listen, this is what I want to do because I already know him, right? From playing.
Right?
Because I used to always bring the guys through there. And, you know, he'll look out for us, feed us, give us sex or whatever. I always bring the guys through there. So I was like, listen, I'm no longer on the team. So I gave him my spiel. I'm no longer on the team right now. And, you know, bills still piling up. This what my plan is. That's what I need to do.
Right.
He said, this is what I'll tell you what. He said, I'll give you 2 nights. He said, I can't give you my Saturday. I'll give you Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
That's dope.
So that was good for me because all my pre-Carolina Panther parties, you got to come see me.
But you know about that, Stephano.
Man, I don't have to pay nobody.
I know exactly what you're talking
They're
about.
my teammates.
Yeah.
Hey, Pep, I need you, man.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid every Monday no more. So the league, some teams pay you every 2 weeks, I'm team pay you every week.
Right.
My check ain't coming every money no more like y'all's.
Right.
I need to get this money, man.
Right.
Look, I need you and Smitty to come through for me.
Right.
Mooch
Dope.
always came through for me, but I need you and Smitty to come through for me.
Right.
The biggest names in the city.
Right,
At
right.
that time, the Bobcats was terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So we had the city.
Right.
Shout out to Charlotte Bobcats. Don't get me wrong. At the time,
Yeah.
I mean Charlotte Hornets.
Right.
Shout out to the Hornets, but
Right.
we had the city at the time.
Yeah.
Pep, I need you.
Yeah. Just fall through.
Just fall through.
I don't care if you fall
20
through.
minutes.
20
and
minutes.
you go home. I know how you live your life. You don't drink.
Walk
You
through
don't
20
do nothing.
minutes.
I just need you to come get something to eat.
Right.
I'm going to feed you.
Yep.
But I need you and Sweetie to come through here for me, man, for 10, 20 minutes, man.
There you go.
And they did it for me.
I love it.
And what happened at that
I
point?
love
What
it.
was the transition? To walk us through that. What happened at that
So
point?
the transition for that was, that transformed me into being a club manager. Then that transferred me into coming back to Virginia, owning a club. Then that transferred me. So I always had a plan A.
Right.
Everything was going and evolving from everything. Right?
Yeah.
So after club owners, now, owning a club, now, okay, I'm booking talent. Now from booking talent, now I'm seeing how managers work. Now I said, well, might as well for me to get a management company.
Wow.
Now I'm starting getting talent. So those particular things, I'm starting to see how everything works because now I'm going to grind mode. I don't have football no more.
Right.
I'm just a tall, big joker. I gotta give me some money now.
Right,
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't catch and run no more at that point.
Right.
So everything just started evolving from everything.
So you got into film. You did a film called Our Daily Bread.
Yep.
Which I think is amazingly symbolic to who you are and how much God has been in your life.
Right.
Talk to us about that film and how you transitioned to film.
So I never allowed anyone to put me in a box. You know, again, I learned that from the drive and passion that I had in sports. I knew in middle school that I was going to go to the league. I knew this. That's why I say I fell short academically because I put so much pressure on my athletics and the
Right.
preparation of getting me to playing on Sunday. So I knew I was going to go to the league in middle school, right? So I never allowed anyone to put me in a box. So Greg was always talking to me about, because when he retired, he got drafted for the Redskins first. Then he got traded to the Bengals, right? So when he retired, he tore his ACL and he was done after that. So when he retired, we vowed to ourselves to come out to Virginia. So I came out to Virginia first.
Okay.
So he still was in Cincinnati and living in Cincinnati. And then when he sold his house in Cincinnati, he moved back to Virginia. So we vowed to each other to come back and give to the community that gave so much to us, right? So we came back to our great Commonwealth of Virginia. And we came back home. I said, you know what? We used to always sit around and talk. I said, man, I don't want it to be about me, but I want to tell your story. Right?
Yeah.
Man, you ain't never did no film. you ain't never did no film. I said, I ain't never had to do a film. I said, but one thing God has always gave me was vision.
Yeah.
One thing God has always gave me was execution. I always knew how to see things and take it from my brain and put it into reality and make it come to fruition.
Yeah.
I've always had that gift.
Yeah.
So Scott Hansen, Scott Hansen. Shout out to Scott Hansen.
Shout out
Hansen
Scott.
is a film director.
Okay.
So I met Scott Hansen in 2006 or 7 when I first moved back to Virginia.
Okay.
Right, because me and him shared the same attorney.
Okay.
Christopher Smith. We shared the same lawyer and Larry Woodard. I met him through my attorneys, right? And he always had that passion and drive. And then he just started doing feature films, Halloween and Bully, and he's directed all these films, right? So I'm just still sitting back watching.
Right.
So I said, okay. I had the vision in my head already.
Yeah.
I've already written the script.
Right.
Greg didn't even know none of this.
He didn't know none of it.
You know
None of it. Because again, I don't like approaching people with ideas.
Right.
I like approaching people with visions.
Right.
Because the idea is just a
Just
thing.
an idea. You just talk about it. Right.
You know, just like you guys 80 or 80,000.
Yeah.
It was just an idea. But when you put it into fruition, it's now it's a vision. It's
Now
real.
it's a
It's real.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So I never believed in ideas. So I already was writing the script. Then I come to him later on and just throw a seed out there to him just to hear what he say about it.
Right.
Then I keep writing, throw another seed just to hear what he say about it.
Yeah.
All right, now. I said I got a meeting on Virginia Beach Boulevard, the Cheesecake Factory. I said I got somebody I want you to meet. I already done set Scott Hansen up to sit at the table. We sit down, have dinner, and talk about this plan that was in my mind already. Sit down, talk to Scott. Scott ran the resume down to him because he's not in tune with films and nothing like that. But I'm already in tune with this stuff.
Right.
So talk to Scott. Scott made him a believer. and our daily bread was born.
Once I started playing football, I never had another disciplinary problem in middle school or high school. Once I was able to get out there on that football field and be around coaches who are preaching discipline, working with your teammates, I had somewhere to channel all of that energy, man. So I will tell any parent that if you have a kid that is like literally dying to get out there and play a sport, please let that kid go out there and play that sport.
Wow.
And the script is already ready.
Wow.
So it's nothing we have to go and prepare now.
Right.
Already gotten it ready.
It's done.
So as soon as the blessing came from Greg, 2 months later, we were shooting.
Wow.
Jesus.
I had Scott and his crew in Cincinnati sitting in front of Marvin Lewis and the Bengals staff and all that. And up in D.C. at Redskin Park, interviewing Joe Namath and all these. I mean, the quarterback, I forget his name, that broke his leg. Had a severe break in his leg. I forget his name. But an old legend.
What team did he play for?
Redskins. I forget his name.
I'll think of it in a second.
I forget his name. But sit down and talking to them. So Scott had
Joe Theismann.
Joe Theismann. That's his name, Joe Theismann. Joe Theismann. It was Joe something. It was right on the tip of my toe. So we had Scott up there interviewing all these people, and Greg just was looking like, damn. Right? Because again, I already written the script already.
Right.
And I've already, unbeknownst to him, I already gave the script to Scott already. You know, so everything was already in place.
That's dope.
So it wasn't no, man, let me think about it, or it was already, I just needed your blessing. Once you said, all right, let's do it, it happened.
Wow.
So that's how Our Daily Bread.
And that's on Amazon and Prime. And
Amazon Prime and Tubi. That's how Our Daily Bread came to in fruition. And we did a deal with Murphy Media Group.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy's company.
Okay.
So we did that deal, that joint venture deal with them, because again, during my journey, club owning, management company, multimedia company, I met a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot of things to help a lot of people along the way.
Yes.
So now I just not only know professional athletes, now I'm starting to know business executives.
Beautiful.
For corporations and these type of things. So if I can help you with something, you can help me with something.
Right.
So we started exchanging and scratching each other's back. So that's how I got in contact with Ray Murphy, Eddie Murphy's brother.
Wow.
So and their company again is Murphy Multimedia. And we signed a deal with them. And that's how I was able to.
Exclusive, y'all.
Yep, you guys got it.
I like it.
You guys
I
got
love
it.
it.
You
I
guys
like
got
it.
it.
I like
I'm
it.
telling somebody, I didn't know I told it.
Right.
But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Putting it out there.
Yep. Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Chris Smith again, our attorney. Man, and they did the deal and facilitated for us, and they got it done, man. And we just put it to the world.
Wow.
It only took like 4 months to produce it and shoot.
Wow.
And Sky Hansen took it and edited it, chopped it up, made it happen, and put it to the world.
Cool.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, we're getting close to the end of the time, but we do want you to talk a little bit about your Cover 3 Foundation.
Yes,
Man.
please.
What the mission is on that. And then I'm going to go into my greatest of all time.
My man.
And then we'll wrap up. But talk to us a little bit about the Cover 3 Foundation.
So Cover 3 Foundation, man, is a foundation, man. It's a 501c3. Greg is the president. I'm the executive vice president of. Our mission is to reach, teach, and feed all area youth in our great Commonwealth of Virginia. And still to this date, from 2010, now it's 2025, we've fed healthy meals and snacks to over 4.5 million at-risk youth.
Wow. Round of applause for that.
Yes. I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
So, and how that transpired, man, was at the point where Greg had retired from the Bengals. He's always called me, man, with this conversation about giving back.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because it's a passion of both of ours at the end of the day. So he always had this conversation of giving back, man. And shout out to Garrett Singleton, man. We called him Scene, rest his soul. He was a Hampton University police officer.
Yes, he was.
So what happened?
Yes, he was. And that was my man, too.
Yeah, rest in peace to Scene, man. Scene had Peace in the Streets out here in Newport News. So his organization was Peace in the Streets. So when we used to always talk and chop it up with Scene, he was just like, man, out of Western Tidewater is no program like this in Western Tidewater. So we just started doing our due diligence and our research on it. And we met with him and his wife at the IHOP right here on Jefferson, in Midtown, right? So when we left that meeting, we started gathering data. when we started gathering data, I was like, man, he was right. 87.8 some percent, almost 90% of at-risk youth in the whole entire Western Tidewater is neglected.
Wow.
So we seen that as an opportunity. Now we can use it to put our feet on the ground to give back. So shout out to Gary Singleton, man, because he's the one planted the seed.
Wow. Shout out Gary.
He's the one planting the seed. And I don't mind giving a person their flowers whether they're here or not. Because people sometimes don't want to, I don't know why, but sometimes people don't do that.
No, you're right.
Some people always be like, yo, it was me, my idea. No.
Right.
Gary Singleton set us down.
He spearheaded it.
The IHOP on Jefferson Avenue.
Wow.
And told us, along with his wife, rest his soul, and told us this is what you guys need to be doing to give back to your community.
Wow.
And
I love it.
we birthed Cover 3 Foundation on a piece of paper. We still got that piece of paper, and we got it in a frame in our building. So all those ideas, they came, like I said, from Gary Singleton's brain to a piece of paper to us, and we just executed, man. And we just grateful for all of our sponsors. We grateful for all of our volunteers. We're grateful for our staff.
Wow.
We're grateful for anybody that has helped us along the way.
Yes.
We want to say we give you all our sincere gratitude. We want to just tell everybody thank you, and we're still gonna keep climbing that mountain. We're still gonna chip away at that tree.
That's dope.
Wow.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna play a little game.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
We
go.
call it the greatest of all time.
Let's go.
And we're gonna put a little spin to it. But we definitely gonna run it.
Okay.
All right. So greatest of all time. Who would you rather get hit by? Lawrence Taylor, Ronnie Lott. Greatest of all time. Woo! You can only pick one.
I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor.
This sounds crazy. This sounds crazy.
Now, listen to the question. I'm saying, who would you rather get hit by? Meaning, if you pick Lawrence Taylor, that means that Ronnie Lott hits harder.
Yes.
Okay, so talk about
That's why I'm gonna tell you why.
Talk about it.
And
Tell
it's
us why.
crazy because Joe Theismann, we were just discussing.
Yes.
Lawrence Taylor, the one snapped his leg in half.
Woo!
I was a little kid. I'll never forget that hit. That's kind of scarred me from football at one point in time. However,
Really?
Yeah. But to answer your question,
Yes.
the reason why I say Lawrence Taylor is because Lawrence Taylor's at the line of scrimmage. He doesn't have momentum yet. Ronnie Lott got a 12 to 15 yard.
Yes, he
head
does.
start to
Woo!
take your
Yes,
head
he
off your
does.
shoulders. You know what I'm saying? So at that point,
Yes, he
if
does.
I'm coming down in motion at tight end, or if I'm 3-point stance tight end, or if I'm in wide motion at tight end,
Wow.
Lawrence Taylor doesn't have a head start yet.
You're right.
So we meet force and force.
That's
he
good.
probably only like 1 or 2 yards away from me.
That's good.
But when this guy is 10, 15 yards downfield, and he's blind,
Knock your block
your
off.
whole crown and your
Block
back
'em.
tooth gonna come out. So my thing, I want to take Lawrence Taylor for that.
Lawrence
Okay.
Taylor. Okay.
Shout out to the Tidewater legend too.
Shout out.
All right.
Give me Lawrence Taylor for that one.
All right, you're a big dude. You're a big dude.
Fairly, yeah.
Fairly. Got a little size on you.
Fairly.
Who would you rather be in the ring with for 3 rounds? Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson.
Oh man,
You can only pick
I
one.
can only pick one. Can I pass on that?
No, sir. No, sir. No,
All right,
sir.
give me Muhammad Ali.
Why?
I'd rather be in the ring. Why?
I'm gonna tell you why I want Muhammad Ali.
Gotcha.
Because Muhammad Ali like to move around a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Right?
He does.
So with him moving around a lot,
Yeah.
with me not being a boxing professional,
right?
I can kind of buy time.
Okay.
Okay.
Mike Tyson, he just straightforward. He attack.
He coming at you.
He forward.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in football. I used to always hate defenders that go forward.
Right.
I want you to go lateral.
Right.
So you go lateral, I can get a good angle on you. Right.
Right.
Well, if you go forwards, always give me problems because I don't like you to go forward.
Gotcha.
Mike Tyson squats and go forward. Give me Muhammad Ali because he goes lateral.
Lateral.
And backwards. He'll hit you with a jab while he's going backwards. So give me Muhammad Ali because Mike Tyson goes forward.
I love it.
I'll take the lateral and backwards any day.
I love it. I love it. Greatest of all time. You're sitting down for dinner for 1 hour. Greatest of all time. Who would you rather sit down and have dinner with? Barack Obama? Jay-Z? Greatest of all time. Woo! You get an hour of dinner with him.
And I'm gonna tell you, this is real easy. Barack Obama.
Barack
Okay.
Obama.
It's real easy.
Wow. Tell
Because
us why.
again, no knock on nobody's choices.
Right.
No knock on what people believe.
I love
Again,
it.
I'm not into politics.
Yes.
Yes, I know politicians.
Right.
But I'm not into it.
Right.
However, Barack Obama was world changing. Barack Obama had power to change legislation. Barack Obama had power to change lives. Barack Obama had the authority to alter many people's decision making.
Talk about
Barack Obama had the authority and the wherewithal to change landscapes across the globe.
Wow.
Jay-Z is an entertainer. It's not real. I'm not saying that to. I know you guys got a lot of listeners and people that view your content because you guys.
But talk to the camera.
Show.
Talk to them.
You
Talk
guys
to
have
them.
an amazing show.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you something. People got to get out of this thing of just because people got a couple dollars, that makes them right. They got to get out of this thing just because they got a couple dollars. That makes them the individual that I want to follow.
Right.
It's nothing wrong with getting inspired by people.
Right.
Please understand, get inspired. But you got to know the difference from reality and theater.
Woo!
This man's profession is theater. Look up the definition of entertainer. Look up the definition of entertainment. The president of the free world, you in a real situation.
That's right.
You know? And you got the opportunity, again, to change a lot of things in the world.
Wow.
Just by being an authoritative figure.
Wow.
And also, I just look at his and again, I'm not saying this to sway anyone's belief when they look at in me. I'm not swaying anyone's belief when it comes to anything political, because again, I don't get into politics, but I know politicians.
Absolutely.
Right.
But however, that was an amazing question. But people can't never decipher the difference between theater and reality. You know?
dope.
And again, I'd rather have Barack and Michelle at the dinner table than Jay-Z and Beyonce any day.
Wow.
Because I'm always an individual, I like to move the envelope, not just on fashion culture, not just on Super Bowl halftimes. No knock on it.
Right.
Because again, I watch it.
Right.
Right?
Wow.
But I want to sit and have an intellectual conversation about world-changing things. I want to have an intellectual conversation with a man and a woman, husband and wife, that can teach me and mine. Right?
Right.
Not saying I can't learn from Jay.
Right.
Because we can learn from everybody.
Right.
However, the things that Jay puts into the world, as far as the business acumen, not saying we all are doing it on that level, but we're doing it on some level.
Right.
To parallel that. Right?
Yes.
And a lot of things I just, don't align with when it comes to entertainers. I don't align with a lot of things politicians either.
Got you.
However, I'm not into politics.
Right.
But I know politicians.
I got you.
There you go.
I got two more real quick.
Right.
And we're talking about overall package. All right.
Okay.
And when I say overall package, I mean your overall.
Strap in for this one.
When I say overall package, I want everybody.
Talk to me.
I want everybody to hear his answer because I'm waiting for this answer.
Talk to me.
Talking about overall package, and we're talking about from birth until now, who the man you are right now, greatest of all time, overall package. Would you rather have a woman with a BBL, nice frame, look good, fine as I don't know what,
Right.
or would you rather have a woman with a brain and character?
Give me brain and character. That's real easy. Give me brain and character.
There we go.
My man.
Why?
That's brain and character. I'm gonna tell you why.
Talk
Because
about it,
again,
brother.
right? When you on a journey in this thing called life, you're gonna face a lot of obstacles, right? And what the book say? Man that finds a what?
Wife finds a good
finds
thing.
a good thing.
Finds a good thing.
My man.
That's a good thing.
Right.
And that alone sets the foundation, right? Because a female, she is cool if she to each his own.
Right.
If that's what her thing is, she wants some enhancements. That's her thing, right?
Right.
But again, give me intellect
And character.
because God's gonna call us home one of these days, right?
Oh my God.
And let's say God called me for my wife, right? I know my children straight. And let's say if my man, and let's say if I have made a bad business decision, I know she gonna pick that up for me.
She got you. Wow.
That's good,
I know
brother.
she gonna
I
pick
love
that
that.
up
That's
for me.
good,
I love
brother.
that.
That's
You know what I'm
good.
saying? The BBL,
That's good
she's out.
stuff.
She's gone.
That's good stuff, bro.
She's out of there. Like if
She on to the next, right?
right, if the IRS say, listen, you owe us $800,000 in taxes, because I done been there before. You guys I know done been there before too. Right? If the IRS say you owe $800,000 in taxes, right? Hey babe, look, we gotta cut back on some stuff, right? We gotta we're gonna turn one of the vehicles in. You know what I mean? Or either if it's paid for, we're gonna sell it. Or whatever. We're gonna sell some of our shares and whatever stock we have to try to pay some of this debt down.
Right.
Yeah. She gonna say, baby, whatever we need. Woo! Versus, we gotta do what? I ain't signed up for this. I'm good. To each his own.
Yeah.
But y'all can keep that over there.
Wow.
Because I know this right here, my children's gonna forever be secure. Because I'm about legacy. Now, at this point in my life, this season of my life, I'm about legacy. I done ran through all the money. Done did all of that. Millions of dollars, done did all of that, right?
Yeah.
I'm about legacy now. And I got to have somebody to protect the legacy. And I have 3 children right now, right? My daughter, my 2 sons. And I can't see myself having them have the same struggles when I was their age.
Right.
So if I pick the wrong woman to impregnate and to build a legacy with, it's going to be downhill from there.
It's impacting them.
You got to be careful.
Yeah.
You got to be careful, because if you're not careful, that's one of the biggest mistakes that not just a man, that a woman also. That's one of the biggest mistakes they can make together. Yeah. If you choose wrong.
Right.
Because if you choose wrong, man, and then people wonder why their life didn't turn out like they envisioned it.
Right.
Because you choose wrong.
You choose wrong.
Yeah, you got to make sure I was always mindful of that. You know, I had a lot of opportunities to get whatever woman I want to marry. A lot of opportunities.
Right.
You know, and that's why I always make a joke about wife. I'm like, yo, you wouldn't have liked me when I was younger. Because I was in the mix.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In college, you him.
Yeah.
In the league, you him. Like, you
him.
You in the mix.
You're Rob, yeah.
So you in this lifestyle that's not even real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when she came along, she ain't asked for nothing. She never wanted anything.
Yeah.
She just wanted me.
That's good, bro.
And I just sat and watched her. No, think about it. So I'm not saying it's the order that you have to do it. I'm not saying it's the order.
No, talk your truth.
My daughter was 10 months when we got married. My daughter came before the marriage. Other people want to say married first, then children.
Right.
But that wasn't my path in life, right? Me and my wife dated for 6 years.
Okay.
Right? It took me 6 years to have an understanding of this her.
Wow.
I didn't rush into it because I had to study her just like she was studying me.
Yeah.
I had to know her whole genetic makeup. I had to know what background she comes from. I had to know she had to know what background I come from. Yeah. I had to know your understanding versus my understanding, because a lot of things that you're not aligned with that causes it to fall apart.
Yeah.
Right? You got to be evenly yoked and aligned on a lot of levels. Not everything, but most levels you got to be aligned. So I sat and watched her for 6 years before I said, I think this is the way we need to go. Right? Because it was a thing too where God spoke to my spirit.
Yeah.
Because I'm a spiritual person. I'm a vibrational person.
Yeah.
I use energy as my currency. You don't even have to say nothing. I can read a person's body language. I already know what you're thinking. That's why a lot of times I just sit quiet. When I first meet people, I don't even talk. I might talk to if I know somebody. Right. But I can be in a room full of people. I'm not going to talk to them yet. It is not malicious. It's not even anything that I'm being anti. It's just, I'm just observing the currency in the room.
Yeah.
So that 6th year, my daughter was 10 months. I knew it was time.
That's good.
So that's when we said, okay, cool, because I knew I chose the right person.
Dope.
That's good.
20 years later.
That's good. Last but not least, greatest of all time. We talk about overall package, talking about everything they've done. We talking from middle school, high school, college, their professional career.
Gotcha.
Greatest of all time. You can only pick one.
Here we go.
All right?
Hey, here we go. Here we go.
You got to tell us why.
Here we go.
Strap up.
Here we go.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan. LeBron Anthony James. Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant. Or Lou Alcindor, better known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Greatest of all time.
Now,
talk to us, bro.
now to each his own.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. All right.
My pick of the greatest of all time is LeBron James.
Woo!
I come, of course, we all around about the same age. We come from the Jordan era.
Right.
We love Mike. I love Mike.
I love
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah.
I love Mike.
And I'll tell you what happened to me personally, right?
Right.
So Michael Jordan, I was always a Lakers fan since '84.
Talk about it.
Showtime Lakers. So
Yes.
I'm not biased,
Okay.
right? Michael Jordan was still my greatest of all times until probably like
2001,
until probably to the pandemic.
2020.
Yeah.
Wow.
Talk to us, brother.
Okay.
Why?
Because I saw Mike dominate the actual entire game of basketball, not just dominate a game. He dominated the entire game of basketball.
Right.
Talk about
Right?
it.
Right.
Numbers, defense,
Right.
intimidation,
Right.
spotlight, spirit, marketing,
Right.
Revenue share, like everything. Took the actual company of NBA entertainment to another level. Took it
Whole
globally.
new level.
To another level. So I saw him dominate the sport of basketball, right? He's always was my GOAT up until that. LeBron has started chipping away at me when I started to see this individual do and accomplish things that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
So for me, at the pinnacle of everybody's in the height of everybody's opinions, LeBron just outshowed and outshadowed everything because me and Greg debate about it a lot, right?
Yeah.
The same conversation. And like I told him, Mike quit on us. I'm a Laker fan.
Yeah.
I hated when Mike left basketball. I don't care why.
Right.
We all got issues.
Right.
LeBron got issues.
Right.
Mike quit on us. He left. Right?
Yeah.
LeBron never did that.
Never.
Right?
Still ain't did it.
Still ain't did it.
Still ain't quit on.
Mike had his reasons. His father, rest in peace to his
course.
father.
Rest in peace, yeah.
But Mike quit on us, right?
Yeah.
Mike went to the NBA commissioner at the time and said I was getting beat up too much going in the lane. I need you to change the rules. LeBron never did that. So again, my thing
Talk about
is,
it, brother. You getting some?
Like,
You giving some tea right now.
right.
Go ahead.
And that's my whole thing. And again, it's like, and there's no knock on Mike.
Nah.
But Mike asked for help.
Yeah.
Now, his first 6 years in the league, Mike never won number one playoff game. So I'm looking at the whole body of work.
Whole body.
I'm just not looking at
Everything.
Overall,
that-
everything.
That era of the championships. Everybody want to talk about them 6 years for some reason.
Right.
I don't know. Michael Jordan stayed in the league for 14, 15 years.
That's it.
That's
Everybody
it.
want to talk about the 6 years.
That part.
Right? The first 6 years, he only won one playoff game.
That's it.
LeBron's first 3 years, he went to the NBA Finals.
Woo!
That's why I'm like,
I don't think nobody broke it down like that.
the
for
NBA
Stephano.
Finals.
Nobody.
Nobody.
And no knock on nobody else on that team because everybody's professionals. And you got to give them gratitude and respect and grace because everybody's professionals. But Bron really didn't have an elite player to play with when he took his team to the finals at 23.
Wow.
Man.
At 23, think about this. At 23, Michael Jordan was just almost leaving Carolina. Michael Jordan was never the best player on his team in Carolina.
He wasn't. Sam
wasn't.
Perkins.
Sam Perkins,
James Worthy. Woo!
You know what I'm saying? So that again, that's my defense.
Boy.
And then you move forward.
Some good stuff.
Right? Scottie Pippen shows up. Right?
Yup.
He's not winning them 3 games. Michael Jordan is not winning the first 3 rings without Scottie Pippen.
That's
The
all I
next
say.
3, he's not
Facts.
winning without Dennis Rodman.
That's all I
Facts.
say.
Facts.
And people always want to put a knock on LeBron for recruiting. Mike did
It's
the
a
same
team
thing.
game.
Mike
It's a
did the
team
same
game.
thing.
Team game.
Kukoc Hall of Famer. Dennis Rodman Hall of Famer.
Talk about it.
Your coach was a Hall
Phil
of Famer.
Jackson.
Phil Jackson.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
So everybody want to put the stigma on LeBron like he played with all this Hall of Famer. Michael Jordan did too.
He did.
Yes, he did.
Guess what else?
Talk about it.
LeBron never played with a Hall of Fame coach ever. LeBron got all of his coaches their first championship.
Oh my God. The breakdown is nuts. I'm just letting you know the
Jackson.
breakdown is crazy.
Know something.
Phil
know
Jackson
something.
came already ready and packaged
Yeah.
for LeBron.
Yeah.
You remember Phil Collins was the coach of the Bulls?
Right.
One playoff win.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now, even going to my Lakers, Phil Jackson had 2 of the best players in the world at the time on one team, Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What we talking about?
Yeah.
Bron never had these opportunities.
Mm.
He never had these opportunities. Bron won in Miami, yes. People want to say, okay, with D Wade and all that.
Right.
However, he had the quality control guy as a head coach.
He had the video guy.
He had the video guy. He came from upstairs shooting the video.
Absolutely.
Now was a head coach.
Absolutely.
Where's the chip?
Yeah, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Moses, going to your 80 or 80,000 question, I'll give my final thoughts.
You know?
That's good, brother.
I don't know if I
man.
can jump back from that one.
I'm talking about this all day.
Absolutely.
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 Dr. Scott, we appreciate you being on the show. It was beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my God. Groundbreaking.
Appreciate y'all having me.
You know,
dope interview.
I think you
Appreciate
already
y'all.
answered the question, but traditionally, I got to ask you the question. Are you living for 80 years on earth, meaning that the time being, what's in front of you, what you're doing now for the time being, or what's more important to you, 80,000, your legacy, what people say about you when you leave the room, your impact, what people learn from you, how they apply those principles and how you impacted their lives, their children, generational wealth. What's more important to you, 80 years, 80,000 years?
80,000.
Okay.
That's real simple for me because
Yeah.
I'm a legacy person.
There you go.
Right? And I see people, there's nothing wrong with it because, again, I don't knock people's opinions and I don't knock people the way they think.
Right.
They're entitled to that. I just look at legacy over everything.
Yeah.
I can look at legacy over money. I look at legacy over opportunities. I look at legacy over everything.
Yeah.
Because, again, let's just use an example. This is the reason why I say 80,000. Let's say, for an example, a lot of people go to Sam's Club and shop. A lot of people go to Walmart and shop.
Right.
It's the Walton family, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people go to King's Dominions and Disneylands and it's Walt Disney and the family, right? Eat Kraft cheese and everything like that, right?
Right.
It's the Kraft family. That's legacy, right? They're gonna be around here forever.
Right.
We're gonna be gone 200 years from now. Disneyland's still gonna be going.
Right.
Wow.
That's what I think when I envision that question.
Right.
When I envision that question, that's why the 80,000 was so quick for me to answer because, again, it's too many people that's valuing the dollar. But what happens is when you see the dollar multiple times over, it's not as important anymore. Don't get me wrong, it's important to survive.
Right.
However, but it's not important anymore. Legacy starts to set in the older you get.
Yeah.
The older I get, legacy starts to set in. And that's why I say 80,000 was so easy for me to answer because I'm trying to right now position my children for their future and my grandchildren's future.
There you go.
So that's my whole way of thinking right now. My thing is legacy.
Wow.
Legacy.
Wow.
Dope.
Yeah, legacy.
Very dope.
My brothers, I appreciate that.
Oh,
man.
no doubt. No
I
doubt.
appreciate it. I knew this was going to be good, though. I knew it was going to be good. I knew it.
We have to bring you back.
Man,
we got to bring you back,
just
bro.
let me know. Just let
we
me know.
gotta bring you back.
Just let me, in any capacity.
In any capacity.
In any capacity, just let me know.
I got you.
No doubt.
Capacity.
Well, I'm gonna do my final thoughts. Me and my partner, we were in church today, and Pastor got up and gave us a really, really, really good sermon. One of the things that stuck out to me was the fact that he says, when you have a good spirit, and you got a good heart, and you got the power of God that's inside you, no matter what room you walk into, you illuminate. I've never met a person that's a big example of that in just a short period of time. Because like I said, me and my girl went to church early this morning. In just a shorter period of time, God is illuminated to me your illumination.
Man.
I seen your campus.
Right.
We mentioned that we saw you at the football game, and man, I just want to let you know, brother, your illumination is powerful.
My brother. My brother. My brother.
It's crazy that a lot of times my birth father passed away when I was younger, but then I had a stepfather who stepped in and he filled in that fatherly role. And man, he did an amazing job. And no knock on my real dad. My real dad, he did what he did. He sold drugs. He was in the streets. He taught me how to survive in the streets. And then I had a man who was just a laborer, a worker, a hard worker, a hard husband, and he taught me how to do that. I want to look into the camera and I want to let y'all know that you're looking at three men who were just powerful fathers and most of all, Doc, I appreciate and I'm so proud of what you've become.
My man.
A proud father and everything.
My man.
And we don't get a lot of that shown over social media and things like that. A lot of times, You mentioned it earlier. People get it mixed up with what is theater and what is reality. The biggest thing the doc said earlier in the beginning of the interview that I'm gonna take from this point on, and it's gonna illuminate my life. He said, let your passion be your purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, you've tuned into 80 or 80,000. I encourage all of you moving forward from this interview.
Yes.
No matter what you're going through, no matter if you struggle with grades, no matter times you say no, you get that one no. We learned at MCI, you might get 20 no's, but it's that one yes. I encourage you all to learn from this. Learn from this man, learn from us.
Yes.
Learn from this powerful interview. Let your passion be your purpose. You have now tuned into 88,000. Good night, y'all. Woo!
Hey, my man. My man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Man.
Something about me has changed. Something about me has changed. I'm sleeping just fine without you. Didn't know I could. Something about me feels strange. Something is just not the same. I haven't been thinking about you, even when I should. All the lies they told, I've forgiven. All the fights and whose fault I forgot. I've done all in my power to heal them, all of my scars. I'm getting good at letting go. I'm not there yet, but I know. Ain't no hope in holding on when I'm happier alone. I'm getting good at letting go. Something about you was off. Something about you was off, but I was too blind to see it. Too in love to know. Somebody told me get lost. Somebody gave a heads up, but I just couldn't believe it. Little did I know. All the lies they told, I've forgiven. All the fights and whose fault I forgot. I've done all in my power to heal them, all of my scars. I'm getting good at letting go. I'm not there yet, but I know. Ain't no hope in holding on when I'm happier alone. I'm getting good at letting go. Ooh, 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 ooh.